Hello guys, welcome to CAT Module 2. Hola chicos, bienvenidos al CAT Módulo 2. And as the last module, you've seen several topics. En el módulo anterior vimos tópicos diferentes. In this new module, we're going to see more topics. En este módulo vamos a ver más tópicos, okay? Remember that these classes are going to help you to train for the CAT exam. Estas clases nos van a ayudar para entrenarse para el examen CAT. So pay attention and don't miss any activity. Así que pongan atención en la actividad, okay? So we're going to start with lesson number 1. You can see lesson number 1, we have the class participation, 3 practices, 2 workshops, and the practice review tools. Okay, tenemos la misma estructura, la participación en clase, prácticas, 2 workshops que están en forma de cuestionario y la cajita de herramientas de práctica también. So we're going to start with class participation number 1. You download it, la descargan y la trabajamos juntos, okay? So this is our lesson number 1 from CAT Module 2. What topics we're going to see? We're going to see phrases with live, like, have, work, and study. This topic is called What Do You Do? The second topic, we're going to focus on free time activities, daily routine, present simple, and frequency adverbs, okay? So we're going to start. Remember that when you do these activities, you have to upload the class participation. Cuando hacen las actividades, tienen que subir este documento para que tenga sus 10 puntos. Otherwise, we will have 7 points if you deliver it late. Si lo entregan tarde, son 7 puntos, okay? So we're going to start. Read and match phrases with like, have, live, work, and study. We say, I like football, and I like, what would be this answer? In this case, we say, I like, according to the options here, I like rock music. Okay, I'll write a whole sentence. I like rock music. Me gusta la música rock, okay? What about with have? I say, I have, according to the options here, I have 2 children. I have 2 children, okay? Then we have here, I have I think it's a car. I have a car. I have a car. Okay, full stop. Remember to complete this while I am saying to you. Recuerden completarlo mientras yo voy diciendo las oraciones, okay? Here we have, I live in a flat. I live in a flat. Okay? In British language, we say flat. For Americans, it's apartment. Esta palabra tiene 2 terminologías. Para los británicos decimos flat. Para los americanos es apartment. So either way, it's correct. Cualquiera de las 2 maneras es correcto. Okay? With letter D. Okay. With letter F, I say, I live in the center of the city. I live in the center of the city. The same situation. The word center for British English, it's reading with the R in the middle. La palabra center está escrita con la R en la mitad. But for Americans, I'm going to put here, it's center. It changes, okay? What about with G? The verb is work. Work. I can say I work for a Spanish company. I work for a Spanish company. Okay. And then H, we have I work in an office. Trabajo. I work in an office. Okay, then we have the other verb study. I study English. I study English. And then we have I study languages. Okay, I study languages. Okay, sorry, it's disturbing. Okay, so here we have the verbs. We have like, have, live, work, and study. Estos son los verbos básicos. Lo que me gusta, lo que tengo, donde vivo, donde trabajo y donde estudio. Okay, so we're going to move with another type of expressions. Now, activities that you do on weekends or holidays. Weekends or holidays, I mean. Okay, the first one is what would be the first question? I watch TV or DVDs. Okay, I watch TV or DVDs. Number two, I say I go shopping. I go shopping. Okay, number three, what I have here is I go to the cinema. I go to the cinema. Okay, go to the cinema. Then we have number four. I'd say I go out with friends. I go out with friends. Okay. Then we have number five. I say I eat out. Eat out. I eat out. Then we have number six. I say I play tennis, I suppose. Yes, I play tennis. Then number seven, I say I go to concerts. Okay, and finally number eight, it's I play computer games. Okay, so these expressions we use to say things that we do every Saturday or Sunday or Friday. Son expresiones para decir las cosas que hacemos generalmente los fines de semana. Some of them could be our hobbies. Algunas de ellas pueden ser hobbies. Okay? So we switch to the next type of vocabulary. Now we have daily routines, things that we do every day. Okay? So I say the first one, it says I get up. I get up. Then you can mark the time at 7 o'clock, perhaps. 7 a.m. The next one, you say I have breakfast. I have breakfast. Okay, then number three, I leave home. I leave home. Okay. Then number four says I start work. I start work. Okay, number five, it's I have lunch. Okay, I have lunch. Then we have number six, is I finish work. I finish work. Number seven is I get home. I get home. Then number eight, we have I have dinner. Then we have number nine, I go to bed. And finally, we say I sleep. Okay, so these expressions we use in order to say our daily routines. Esas expresiones las usamos para decir nuestras rutinas diarias. Podemos adjuntarle el tiempo. Okay, we can add the time using the preposition at, and then you write the hour. Okay. So, as a review, we mentioned things that we like, we have, where we live, work and study. Then we have the vocabulary about the things we like to do at weekends. And then we have the vocabulary about the things that we do in our daily routines. Okay? So, based on this, basado en esto, vamos a ver la gramática del present simple. Okay? So, when we're talking about present simple, for the personal pronouns I, you, we, they, most of the time the verbs go similar to the base form. Generalmente los verbos van igual que su forma regular. Por ejemplo, aquí tenemos I like coffee, you play tennis, we live in London, they speak two languages, I have a good job. La conjugación es igual, como el verbo en infinitivo. But if we're going to change this into the negative, si vamos a hacerlo negativo, requerimos de un auxiliar. Para el present simple, el auxiliar que se usa específicamente en los personal pronouns I, you, we, they is don't. I don't like tennis, you don't like speak French, we don't work in a restaurant, they don't work in a restaurant. So you use don't in order to say that sentence in negative. ¿Ok? Usan don't para usar esa oración en negativo. Ya, ese es el auxiliar de este tiempo en negativo para estos personal pronouns y el verbo siempre en su forma natural o en su base form, que se le llama. ¿Ok? So, when you finish watching the whole video, you're going to do this activity by your own. What you have to do in this activity, you have to write the verbs, okay, positive or negative, according to the parenthesis expression. Tienen que escribir los verbos correspondientes en positivo o negativo para completar este diálogo de Sandra. The verbs are the ones, I'm going to help you for this, are the ones that you see in the fourth slide, okay? So when you finish watching the video, remember to do this activity. Cuando terminemos de ver todo el video, recuerden hacer esa actividad y revisarla con los verbos del slide número 4. Okay? Now, what about writing questions in present simple for this type of personal pronouns? Escribir preguntas, especialmente las preguntas WH, que son where, what, how, which, who. In this case, you need to use an auxiliary that is do. Para poder escribir preguntas en present simple requiere del auxiliar que es do. And the question goes like this. Where do you live? The structure is something related to the WH question plus the auxiliary plus the personal pronoun plus the verb. La estructura es la pregunta WH, el auxiliar, el personal pronoun y el verbo. What sports do you like? En este caso son what, tenemos aquí un noun, tenemos aquí el auxiliar, personal pronoun, and verb. How many languages do they speak? Okay, tengo la pregunta how many, noun, auxiliary, personal pronoun, and the verb. Esa sería mi estructura para las preguntas WH o WH question en present simple con los personal pronouns I, you, we, and they. Okay? So, here's an activity. As you know, after watching the video, remember to do this activity. It's a starting practice. Después de ver el video, recuerden hacer esta práctica de colocar en cada cajoncito la estructura de la pregunta. Okay? So, we're going to move to the next slide. Now we have another type of questions. These questions are called yes or no questions. Why? Because my answer always could be positive or negative. Este tipo de preguntas en el present simple se las llaman sí o no porque mi respuesta es sí o no. Y siempre y a partir de todos los tenses, las preguntas que empiezan con un auxiliar, en este caso present simple, que es do, mi respuesta va a ser positiva o negativa. Y tengo que hacer la concordancia del pronombre personal con su auxiliar. Okay, in this case we have, do you like football? The answer is yes, I do. No, I don't. Como estoy utilizando do al inicio, mi respuesta tiene que ser con do igual, haciendo énfasis en el pronombre personal, positivo o negativo. Do they speak English? Yes, they do. No, they don't. Examples could be, do they study? Yes, they do. No, they don't. ¿Ok? Concórdense siempre del personal pronoun, perdón, del auxiliar con su personal pronoun. ¿Ok? Then you have here an activity that you're going to do at the end of the video. After watching the video, igual terminan de ver el video, hacen esta actividad. ¿Ok? No tienen que colocar do or don't according to the position. If it's a question, remember that always the auxiliary do goes at the beginning, siempre que es una pregunta do va al inicio. Y si es la negación, utilizan don't. Okay? So what about with the other personal pronouns? Hemos visto el present simple con los personal pronouns de I, you, we, they, pero ¿qué pasa con los personal pronouns de he, she, it? Okay? So in this case, when we have the present simple in these personal pronouns, he, she, it, the verb, you add a letter S. En estos verbos, al conjugarlo, perdón, con el personal pronoun he, she, it, al verbo usted tiene que colocarle una letra S. Okay? For example, here you have, he, she gets up at 8. Get up is the verb, but adding a letter S, añadiendo una letra S, hace la concordancia con el personal pronoun, que en este caso es he, she, it. En el caso de it, I say it leaves at 8. El verbo es leave, pero yo le añado la letra S, porque es un it. Okay? Then we have present simple he, she, it. There are some cases. Most of the verbs we add letter S. La mayoría de los verbos yo añado la letra S. Listens, sleeps, or walks. But verbs ending in S, double S, SH, she, CH, we add ES. Like watch, watches, wash, washes. Similar a la estructura o a las reglas de los plurales. Cuando ve un verbo que termina en estas letras, usted lo que hace es añadirle ES. But there are some irregular verbs. Hay verbos irregulares que hay que cambiar. Por ejemplo, go, usted dice goes. For do, you say does. Have or for have, I mean you say has. Entonces, hay que tener mucha atención porque estos cambian al momento de conjugarlos en estos pronombres personales. Okay. La negación de estos verbos es generalmente utilizando el auxiliar doesn't. Yeah, para I, you, we, they, yo uso don't. For he, she, it, I use doesn't. Doesn't, y aquí el verbo que viene a continuación no va en ese, va en su forma normal, okay, sin conjugar. I say she doesn't go out in the evening. He doesn't eat in a restaurant. Okay? Then you have another practice that you do at the end of the video. Lo hacen al finalizar de ver el video, hacen esta práctica in which you have to write the correct verb. Okay? According to the personal pronoun. Generally, the present simple always use frequency adverbios de frecuencia, que nos van a indicar justamente la frecuencia en la cual yo hago una que otra actividad. If we watch here, when we're talking about activities that we do very frequently, we say always, 100% always. For example, I always study after class. Then we have usually, that it's not always, it's a 90% of frequency. For example, I say I usually walk to work. Then we have normally or generally. I normally get good marks. Then it comes out often or frequently. I often read in bed at night. And then we have sometimes, it's a 50% of frequency. So algunas veces. I sometimes sing in the shower. 30% occasionally. I occasionally go to bed late. 30% va bajando. Then we have seldom, que es como raramente. Okay, I seldom put a salt on my food. 5% hardly ever or rarely. Es decir, 5% de menos frecuencia. Y cuando no hace algo es never. Vegetarians never eat meat. Ahora, hay que estar muy pendientes del uso de la frequency adverb, porque en el caso que yo tengo, por ejemplo, un verbo normal, que no es el verb to be, esta oración, Daniel always passes his exams. Daniel siempre pasa sus exámenes. En este caso, el frequently adverb tiene que ir atrás del verbo. Ya, si es un verbo cualquiera. Pero con el verb to be, ese frequency adverb tengo que ponerlo después del verb to be. Sujeto, el verb to be y el adverbio. He is always happy. Entonces, ¿cuál es lo importante aquí? Saber en qué parte de la oración yo coloco el adverbio. Verbos normales va atrás del verbo. Si es el verb to be, el frequency adverb tiene que ir después del verbo. ¿Ok? So, after watching the video, you're going to do this activity. Okay? And then we're going to, then you have to correct these sentences. Okay? After watching the video too. So basically, this is an overview about the expressions we use to say things related to our daily routines, our hobbies, or things that we have, live, or personal information. Hemos visto vocabulario para descifrar actividades de los que nos gusta hacer en fines de semana, las rutinas diarias y demás. Hemos visto el presente simple en los pronombres I, you, we, they. We have seen the present simple, the pronouns of I, you, we, they, and the present simple for the pronouns of he, she, it, either positive or negative, and for questions, okay? And then we have the frequency adverbs, okay? So remember to watch the video and then do your activities, okay? So, one more thing that I have to mention, but I forgot to do it here. For the questions in the present simple, we use does, similar to this, but we use does at the beginning. Okay, so you have to be very, very aware with the use of the preposition in that case. So I'm going to show you here. I'm going to switch I'm going to put that link of using the present simple in questions. Okay, present simple questions, he, she, it. Okay, so here you have, let me find it here. I'm going to add it in the slide. Okay, does, because you changed the personal pronoun. So does Mary, does your mother, does Liz. Okay, so in the case that you're going to use WH questions, I'm going to switch here. You switch it, just change it. Where does Juan? What time does the class? Okay. Pilas con esto. Siempre hay que estar pendiente con el do y el does en preguntas o en las oraciones positivas y negativas porque va a depender mucho del personal pronoun. Okay. So, do your activities on the class participation. I am going to upload these infograms. And then you have some practice here. The workshop is mandatory. Estas prácticas son optativas, el workshop es obligatorio. Y les puse el banquito de recursos para practicar más. Okay? So we're going to see you in the next lesson. Bye.